Hello from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Rantin' Randy's Rant for September 28th, 2019. Let me put my cigarette out as I'm waiting for people to arrive. Got two people out there. Okay. I'm not going to keep you a long time today. There's so much shit in the shit show. But I'm going to kind of start from the back, kind of look things over and go through what we're looking at. Many of the GOP senators, now get this, haven't even read the whistleblower complaint. They don't want to know is what the truth is. They do not want to know what's in it because they all realize there's nothing good. I just heard a few minutes ago that McConnell, through Politico, is stating with what they have got right now. He says what they have is laughable, referring to impeachment. He's going to think it's laughable. Let's see. Here's what needs to be done the way I see it. Congress must hold these stonewalling people that are stonewalling, and we know that's going to come up for every witness because he's going to claim that he's got executive privilege and they can't do that to him. All right. Hold every one of them in contempt of Congress. Hold them right there in the Capitol building. They have a jail. Take them, put them in a cell, and then charge them a huge fine for every day they don't comply. If they do not obey a subpoena from Congress, go get them, put them in jail, and fine them a huge amount every day and see if that doesn't turn some of them around. More than likely, hell yeah, they're going to turn around. Or is Donnie going to provide money out of the taxpayers to pay their fines every day? All right. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Sue. Hello, George. Hello, Bernadette. Yeah, he is laughable, Bernadette. And hello, Jerry. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to keep folks for a long time today. Sometimes say that. You all know I could go on with this for hours because I am completely, and I am wearing the jacket that Debra Latch provided. Grace has one in blue, and it says treason 45, being the A and the S in treason. All right. And as I look at it, it looks backwards, but I know when I look at it, when it's played, it looks different. All right. What we are faced with, and I'm kind of taking us back through stuff in this, and I'll try to put things together. For example, the president of Iran was here for the UN recently as yesterday, and he was not allowed to visit their ambassador in the hospital, blocks from the UN, according to the State Department. Unless they want to negotiate, he couldn't go see their ambassador in the hospital. That man stinks. And Pompeo, he didn't want all this to come out. And now we know why, because he's in it. He's in the phone conversation that stupid released. And that's just the summary. We don't know how bad it was beyond what the summary says. and then to take it and put it in a top secret server, along with the missing dialogue when, you remember in May after he fired Comey that year, he met with Lavrov and Kislyak, and that has gone missing. I guess some of our snoopers in the White House found that they can't find any record of that meeting at all. Of course not. It's in that top security code accessed server, along with conversations with Putin, along with the conversation when Khashoggi was sliced and diced in Turkey. That's in there. This is going to get very interesting before it's over. And it's going to come to the point that the Republicans are going to have to make a choice. Do they want to protect their party, or are they protecting this country? I think they'll pick party over country. That's what they always do. All right. What we are faced with is the installment of a dictator in our house. AG is the personal attorney of POTUS and not for the people. The president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, and this is funny, Bill Maher said that Donnie asked Giuliani, "Did you find any dirt?" And he said, "I've got dirt in my coffin," which I had just commented on one of the posts somebody had yesterday, and I put, "He's a vampire. He looks like a vampire. His eyes are like a vampire." All right. POTUS's personal attorney, Giuliani, Rudy Tooty, a civilian working for as an emissary of our government. That's a private citizen. And he's saying the State Department asked him to do it. Pompeo's saying they didn't ask him to do it. They can't even get their stories straight. Well, Rudy's got a mental problem. And they're going to push this conspiracy theory because he said that he is the legitimate whistleblower. Yeah. Kiss my ass. And Rudy has already said he won't testify unless he consults with the president. And you know the president's going to say, "Yeah, go on in there, Rudy." And I was just watching some different things, and what we need to do is ignore the chaos. Trust the facts. And let's see. All right. This is going better than I thought. Oh, yeah. I'm going to come back to this. Articles of impeachment. Right now. Now, I realize this is Democrats saying this. As it stands, articles of impeachment could be contempt of Congress, abuse of power, and obstruction of justice. And I totally agree. That's what it is. And we can throw in and our point with the whistleblower complaint, conversation with murderous dictators that were put on that top secret server. That doesn't look good, you Republicans. Of course, you can call it bullshit if you want to, but that doesn't make it bullshit. Okay, let me look through here. Odessa, Texas. After President Wayne LaPierre spoke with his underling, Donald Trump, Odessa, Texas is now looking for a serial shooter that's on the loose. And our real president is Wayne LaPierre, and he's going to back the Trump campaign. And I'm sure he told him that nothing will be done on gun violence in this country. So you can kiss any progress goodbye on doing anything about controlling. We've got to get used to. We live in the Wild West. This is back to the 1800s, and you might as well get used to people are going to get killed that shouldn't be killed, and you have to fear for everywhere you go because President LaPierre has decided that's the way it's going to be. And I thought this was ironic. And it just shows you how people are breaking loose from POTUS now. U.S. Special Envoy to Ukraine resigns. His name escapes me at the moment. I probably got it written down here somewhere, but I'm just basically going through this stuff and covering it the way I can. And that came at the day after the whistleblower complaint and the Ukraine call hearing. So something tells him he better get his ass out because he's included in that.
Everything's going to be fine now.
That's who Rudy Giuliani contacted in Ukraine. See, it's all coming together and all over a damn conspiracy theory. It's not going to work, Republicans. You might as well know that because it's a well-known fact. At that time, Biden was doing what the president asked him to do. Number one, the EU countries were behind it. They were wanting this crooked, corrupted prosecutor out of the parliament in Ukraine. So it's not like Rudy's telling it. It wasn't Biden that decided to do this. And besides that, his son was, when the investigation started, his son wasn't even working for that company. And I agree, the optics on that look bad, but they have to take it back to facts. It doesn't matter about the optics. Donnie's after corruption, and he's the most corrupt president we've ever had. It's strange, he's after corruption, huh? And then he changed that 3 different times, different reasons why he was going after corruption in Ukraine. And I kind of feel sorry for Zelensky because this is a form of thumb screws to get what you want out of someone when you're putting pressure on. The Russians are attacking them in Ukraine. So what do you think Zelensky's going to do? Except fight it by saying, oh yeah, we're ready for the next step. Meaning that, yeah, we're going to restart that investigation that's already been done. It's not going to come up with anything except now it's been corrupted by Trump because he was holding off funding for the weapons to protect themselves from the Russians. The whole thing is so corrupt. And I was going to say Trump should be worried about Moscow Mitch's silence about impeachment, but he decided he better get his ass out there and defend his boss, Putin. All right. And of course, we already know, and this will be the last thing I cover for right now. We already know that they caught him on a cell phone picture, the camera, and the video, that he thinks that anybody that's caught beings that haven't spoken to the whistleblower should be treated as a spy and do them like the old days when they were smart and hang them or execute them with a firing squad. That's what he was referring to. This man. And what really worries me about the whole thing, the corruption that he has started and brought in. From the start, they started subverting the rule of law. William Barr was picked by Trump because his brief op-ed, I call it, that a sitting president cannot be indicted. Now, back to the Trump lawyers who believe all that a president cannot be even criminally investigated as long as he's the sitting president. This is a dictatorship. We're seeing it day by day. I'll take you back before I leave you for one other thing. The day of the inauguration. Who is sitting back there in the audience up on the podium with dumbass, but Michael Flynn on a cell phone talking to the Russians, telling them that the sanctions would be lifted. Then the next day, Sean Spicer's out saying it's the biggest inauguration ever, period. This shit went on from the start, and he wonders why people are down on him. We've always been down on him because he started out with his campaign being crooked. Damn. Well, in any case, I'm going to wander down. That Volker. Don't recall his first name, but thank you, Bernadette, for that. And the day after, he decides to resign. And I'm wondering, folks, how many people are going to be either fired or resign as a result of what's going on right now, not even progressing beyond what's happening at the moment. And I guarantee you some heads are going to roll, or they're going to be, you better, kind of turn in your resignation to us, or we're going to throw you under the bus. Otherwise, let's see who we got here. All right, still see. Hello, Imogene. Oh, I see. Well, now that's an activist, Debra. You've got an alias. That is cool. All right, folks. I will let you go for this evening. I just felt like I needed to get out here and do this once again because this is Saturday and this is where I present my story. My show is on Saturdays here. I get a day of rest tomorrow from it. And I think we all need a day of rest from the bullshit, even though you can't get away from it. You can't get away from it. I want to turn away from it, I'm going to force myself. We watched half of Gone with the Wind on Blu-ray today, so I'm going to occupy part of my time with that, part of my time with the Braves game, like tonight, get off of here, fix something to eat, and then watch the Braves game. So I will let you go at this time, and it's my pleasure, Bernadette. This is my job now. This is what I do. Hello, Tina. I will. I hope. My Braves get win number 98 tonight. They lost 4-2 last night. Hopefully their pitching and our injuries don't go up. Billy Hamilton got injured last night, his right hand sliding into a base. Hopefully he's all right. All right, I will let you go now. And oh, that is cool, Debra. I never knew that. And I've never thought of it that way, but I remember who Imogene Coca is. She was on a lot of different programs. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. You can always make your comments down below when I'm finished with it. And you're going to be coming back up here anyway. So peace, resist, persist, and get that asshole out by being consistent. We're going to get him out of there. Share this shit, America. I love you, Blue Dot. I love this Blue Dot family. We will make a difference. Thank you. And have a good evening. Bye-bye.